So it's starting. All right, we're on there now. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Damian. I am very fortunate here to have Coach Hunter and my man RJ from Boston joining us. RJ and Coach, say what's up to everybody in the hangout.
What's up? What's going on?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good stuff. So we just concluded the Hunter games. Coach, what's it like? You got that last name, the Hunter games, that just fit so well with this program. That must have been cool for you guys. I mean, I know it was cool for like what we were seeing on social, but that must have been great, especially kicking it off Father's Day with being able to do that with your son. Talk a little bit about that.
I tell you, it was really nice. And, I had a lot of people ask me about the Hunter games, and I said, man, I got to trademark this thing. This thing is going viral on me. So no, it was really cool. And, a lot of people talked to me about it. And even people on campus will stop and talk about the Hunter games. And so that's something that maybe RJ and I, we're going to trademark this thing for the next year.
You guys going on the road.
Exactly.
Just working with your dad, having fun, especially something like the Hunter games.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no, we had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, I think the cool thing is it's creative too. I think when things start to catch on and it's like naturally just your last name, I definitely thought that was really cool. So to see the little picture with the whole Hunger Games thing just transform was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, so there's a few things I'll talk about here. So just for those who are joining, this was a 2-week program. The community shot about 40,000 shots. That's a pretty great accomplishment. Everybody putting up their J's. We had a new workout every other day for 2 weeks. We posted videos, and everybody got really excited about it. We had RJ doing some workouts, and it was good to see an NBA player on top, right? Because
I was nervous about that. If you didn't win this thing, that would have been really embarrassing.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was great to see a player on top. So we're very happy, but they were coming for you, though. And it's good to see people really have fun with this. So what we'll do is we got a few awards. What I'll do is I'll talk about an award. We'll give it out. And then we'll make sure that we ask some questions in the process. So the first award I want to give out is a Survivor Award. So Coach RJ, what we did is we had an award for everyone who completed all 7 workouts, and they got a Hunter Games t-shirt. Everybody, you should know who you are. One of the things that we're going to do, Coach, is that there's some people who are not finished with the workout, so we're going to give them till Sunday at midnight to earn this t-shirt. For those of you guys who won the Survival Award, who actually completed all 7 workouts, please either hit us on social at @ShotTracker on Twitter, ShotTracker on Instagram, or email us at info@shottracker.com with your address, and we'll make sure to get your t-shirt. Now I want to go into a couple questions. First, I'm going to do one for Coach. Coach, when did you decide that coaching was the dream job for you? And this question comes from J_Anaque20.
Wow. I would probably have to say after my freshman year in college, I came home and I coached Little League Baseball for my first coaching job. And I was doing it, in the summertime, and absolutely fell in love with it. And, started putting my lineup in, who's going to pitch that day, and went back to college and thinking, man, I really want to do this. But I thought I was going to be a baseball manager. I thought get out of basketball and I was going to be the next major league manager for the Cincinnati Reds. But the basketball thing ended up winning out.
That's awesome. Now, RJ, I got a question from you from Coach Blackburn. What is your main focus this offseason? What skills are you trying to improve?
I've been getting that question a lot, actually, and it's not really just one skill set, I think. I think the league is a lot based on feel, so a lot of things I want to do is just touch up on a lot of areas. I think shooting, of course, is my focus every summer, no matter what I'm doing, so that's always a given. And other than that, just being a two-way player. So kind of tuning up a lot of the simple details of my game is one thing that I was really trying to focus in on this summer.
That's awesome. That's awesome. RJ, I got another question for you, and it'd be great. This is from Olivia, and she's asking, what advice do you have for someone who needs workout motivation? I know you got those days when you're supposed to shoot, but you're like, dang, I'm tired.
Right.
I just can't sleep. So what do you do for motivation? Help Olivia and everybody out.
I'm sure everybody has those days too, so that's normal. But I mean, I really love the game. So I think if you do something that you have a passion for, then that motivation is just going to be there naturally. But If you need motivation, my advice is probably get a better hobby that you love more.
Hey, that's real. Because when you're passionate about it, it makes it really easy.
Right, exactly.
I tell people now that I don't even work because I'm dealing with tech and sports. That's two things I'm passionate about.
Right, exactly.
No, I think that's good advice. All right, let me give out a couple more awards here. So the next award I want to give out is the Warrior Award. This award goes to the top 3 players with the most shots taken over the course. Sorry about that. Over the course of the camp. It includes additional workouts, shoot-arounds outside of camp. And they get a signed Spalding basketball from our man RJ. And, man, we had some big shooters here. We have Leonard. And Leonard, I'm going to butcher your last name. It's Musal, Musahl. And Leonard put up 11,000 shots. And then we have Idan Ruan, Idanrejwan, and he put up 5,000 shots. Wow. And then we had Blake Richter, Richter, and he put up a little over 3,000 shots. So, I mean, man, these guys have been putting up some numbers, RJ.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some big numbers you just talked about. Those guys, man, I need to sign those guys at Georgia State.
I know, right now. Let me pick you up. So RJ, tell us a little bit about, like, in your workouts, how many shots are you putting up? What's kind of your routine? How are you preparing this off season to get ready for the next season?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think in my workouts, I don't usually count the reps. I think I go for more like feeling and quality. So the workouts that I put on ShotTracker, I just do those until I feel like those reps feel good. And I think it's really cool with this award that, putting in the extra work is getting awarded, because I think that's the thing that separates a lot of people. And for guys to be shooting thousands of shots for a shooting challenge, I think is really impressive.
Okay, that's good stuff.
That's what's great. That's what's great about ShotTracker. So you have something you got ShotTracker to keep the amount of shots that you can do. I'm old school. We didn't have ShotTracker when I played, man. You went outside, you just try to get as many shots as you can.
On the wall.
Yeah, I had the chains up, so I had to go chase down all my misses. So ShotTracker's kind of changed the game with all this stuff now.
Kicked off.
All right, no problem.
Hey, so Coach, one question I have for you is, when RJ, man, a lot of people don't get the opportunity to be able to coach their son, see them developed. I mean, I think about, the cat from Chicago. Forgot his name, who he played for his dad too.
McDermott.
Yeah, McDermott. Tell me about coaching your son and that balance between, like, when to get on him and when to be a dad and when to be a coach. How'd you balance that?
Well, it's not easy, and especially at this level when you talk about college, and then of course when he becomes a pro. And so I think that, again, the balance of being a father is tough enough, and then when you add in being a coach in that regards, but again, I think it goes back to a couple of things that RJ talked about. It goes back with the first thing, the love of the game. You got to really truly love the game. We both love the game. It's been in our household ever since he's been born, and so it just became, again, it's kind of part of our fabric. It wasn't something fake. It wasn't something pushed. It was just part of everyday life. And so for us, it became easy. The hardest part was to find the time to make sure that, you separated the two to become father and coach. It took a while to do that. You got to find that line and understand when you're going to be dad and when you're going to be coach. And as easy as that sounds, that's extremely hard. Again, I'm a professional. That's what I do for a living is coach. And so I can't imagine just the dad who, has another job and doing some other things, and you have to also work and also be your dad and try to get your son to become, or your daughter to become a great player. That line's a tough line. And a lot of times it's not the children, it's the parent that crosses that line, and they got to figure that part out.
Yeah, no, that's real talk right there. RJ, a couple questions for you here. One is a quick one from Caroline C_36, and one is from Steph PLU. All on Twitter. The first one is, what's your pregame snack? That's the kind of question I'll ask. That's one of them. That's one of the Batman questions that I'll ask. And then the other question is, who's your biggest idol in the league? Who you look up to when you think about pattern in your game?
So for the first one, pregame snack, I was trying to be a professional this year, so I would say fruit.
Come on, man. Fruit.
I'll be honest, before it would be like a honey bun, you know,
honey bun,
slightly heated up in the microwave, just to keep the savory going. But yeah, you know, I really enjoy kind of take care of my body. I kind of got obsessed with it, being around so many good, like just not even teammates, just players, just seeing every day. You feel like everything has to be covered from mental to the physical to everything. So I was big on my body. But for the second question, I think my biggest inspiration, I mean, even since I was young with Stephen Curry, I think if you ask him, the first time Davidson played on TV, we were both sitting there watching, and I was kind of just in awe, and I just liked how he played. And
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy to see how it all unfolded, because I feel like I was one of his first fans. But it's competition now, but just his aura on the court and how he's always played the game was intriguing to me.
Yeah, no, that's real. I mean, you kind of seen him growing up. I mean, he's turned into.
I feel like when I watch it, I'm like, all right, I got to separate. Like, this is a guy I looked up to. So I mean, that's awesome. Now, what is the maybe a couple things that you learned the first year to pros that you would share with people that you think that they can take back to their games although they're not in the pro? What's a couple things that you've learned the first year? The biggest one easily is details. The details of the game and the details of maintenance in your body, I think is the biggest thing I learned. It's so much going on in the NBA. Is such a big picture deal that you have to take care of everything in between those lines and in between that big picture, to make sure everything is copacetic. And I think the hardest thing to do is kind of get lost in everything going on. So I learned how to slow myself down and everything going around me, just focusing on the details of the game, watching film, like eating right, like I said, and just taking care of everything else.
Yeah, a lot of players, like I think, and you see this right now with the evolution of technology, and not to pat us on the back, but ShotTracker or crossover, or all these different technologies. I think people are understanding that more, and you see that coming down not just at the coaching level, but at the individual level. Players are in huddle trying to watch their game and get better. So that detail is real. All right, let's do a couple of prizes, pay some bills. We're going to do the Hollywood Award, which is the best social media image. And that person gets a signed ShotTracker swag bag with 2 T-shirts and a sleeve. Dang, that's a lot of gifts. It goes to Mimi Brown, M-I-M-I Brown. So, Mimi, you had some really creative pictures on IG. Our favorite was the one with the flaming basketball. And I want to give a couple honorable mentions because we had several people put some really awesome pictures out there. But I want to highlight Wesley Hamilton and Marcus Smith's contributions on social. They weren't the category winners, but they did awesome. And actually, guys, good luck. It's Christmas. We're sending you guys a GSU T-shirt too. Just to show some love for what you guys did. You guys can thank Coach and RJ for that. The next award I want to do is the Rise and Grind Award. So, Coach RJ, this was for the 3 people to finish all 7 workouts the first. And these guys get GSU T-shirts signed by Coach and RJ. And the 3 individuals are Caleb LeBlanc, LABLANC, Lauren Walters, WOLTRS, and Christian Miller. Now, all of you who are getting prizes, make sure to shoot us an email at info@shottracker.com with your address so you can claim those prizes. And the last one I'll give out before we go back to some questions is the Integrity Award. People who completed everything with manual entry. Coach, that's some heart right there.
Yeah, it is.
Manual entry. And to reward this person, Lane Cooper, we're going to give him a ShotTracker on us.
Wow.
Thank Coach and RJ for your free ShotTracker. We're seeing here that you want to get better. And the fact that you're manually doing these workouts, we're going to make it easier for you with ShotTracker. So that goes to Lane Cooper.
That's good. Congratulations.
All right. Let's see a couple more questions here, and then we'll try to close out. RJ, when you're actually, this question is for both of you guys. RJ, when he's playing, and Coach, when you're coaching. RJ, is there like a specific workout that you go to when you're trying to get into that rhythm and you're not feeling like shooting, but you got to get into it, like a favorite workout? And Coach, the same for you with your team. If you see a team is not performing like you want them to, what's that one thing that you go to make it happen? Let's start with you, Coach.
Well, coach is a little different because again, you got to make sure that everybody's feeling good going into a game, and if you're coming off a loss or something of that nature. But I usually will go to something that all the guys like, which is generally a competitive drill. They like getting after it. So we have some fast break drills that guys get real competitive with. We'll open practice up with that and kind of get the juices going, get everybody excited and competing. And so that usually starts practice, and what it does, it brings everybody's level fairly high. And so we usually are going to have a good practice with that. So it's generally a competitive fast break drill.
That's awesome. RJ, what about you, baby?
Yeah, I actually have a routine, and a lot of it was on the ShotTracker workout that a lot of these guys were doing. And I only have the routine just so I always have a baseline, understanding of how I'm feeling that day. And if something's off or if a certain spot is off, I know exactly where to go and how to change it. So I just learned that again this year. I think that's part of the detail thing, just having a routine to base a lot of.
So that way you can tell what day you're like, man, I'm not feeling it today. I need to either step it up because this is kind of what I do every day. So I'm hearing consistency and competitiveness, which are, two of the things that probably makes, really good basketball players. I was telling somebody today that I think I shot every free throw in college the exact same way. 3 bounces, a spin, bend the knees and let it happen. So that consistency thing, right? That's awesome. So tell me about this, RJ. I mean, I've never played for my dad, but one of the questions here is, do you feel more or less pressure when you work out specifically with your dad? And they also said, what about you, Coach? How do you feel about that? And that's from Esther.
I think early on it was definitely more pressure because he's never coached me at all up until my first college practice. So from then on to like my sophomore year, I had a lot going on. But once he settled down, killed all the stomping, figured out his son can play a little bit. I think we kind of learned how I learned how he coached and he learned how I played, and it just was magic from there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Coach?
Well, again, it's, from the coaching perspective, it's a little different from the father perspective. From the coaching perspective, I didn't realize how good he was until a few months ago when I didn't have him. And so you don't realize how good something is, so you don't have it anymore.
So got it.
But from a father perspective, I've seen him shoot since he was 2 years old. And so when he was 2, I was trying to teach him how to shoot. And so, so for me, it's such an everyday deal that it was just part of our life. And so that's what I meant before. When it's part of what you're doing, you don't even think about it. It just comes naturally. There's no, there are good, bad days, whatever, but it's part of your every being. When we wake up, that's what we do. When we watch it, when the NBA playoffs were on, when he was a kid, we sit there and watch it, but we would watch it from a different perspective. We would watch it from a coach's perspective and a player's perspective, and not from a fan perspective.
Yeah, no, there's a big difference there. And that probably helped him in the game too, because he starts learning the game, not necessarily from, oh, you see that crossover move, but hey, look how he ran off that pick and got open and was able to get his shot off. So a totally different perspective. All right, I'm going to give away the last award here. This award is the last man standing. This is the cat that completed all the workouts with the highest shooting percentage. This is the ultimate Hunger Game competition, one-on-one challenge with yours truly, RJ, via ShotTracker. And then he also get a signed Celtics jersey and a signed GSU t-shirt. So this cat shot 87% over the course of the camp, and it goes to Grayson Honecker. Yo, RJ, this is the cat was trying to come for you, son.
That's big time.
Man. That 87% is pretty good now.
I know, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, stressed.
Coach gonna be looking up your profile, Grayson.
Yeah, I want to see how old Grayson is. Yeah, Grayson, how old are you?
All right, so what we'll do is we'll work with RJ and we'll reach out and schedule that challenge offline, and we'll make it fun. So a couple housekeeping items. First and foremost, Coach and RJ, you guys been a great sport. We really appreciate you guys participating. I know I speak on behalf of the ShotTracker team and all of our community. It's always great to be able to get this interaction. It's organic, get to hear from you guys what you're doing, what you like, etc. As you see, there's probably tons of questions that I didn't even get to. I just try to pick a few. So first and foremost, thank you. The next thing I want to do is the next virtual camp is with Klay Thompson. It's his second annual virtual basketball camp. It starts July 10th with a live hangout with the man himself. I'll be there either somewhere in California, depends on where he is. That camp is going to be pretty intense now. It's going to be 7 workouts, 5 shoot-around days. So I want you guys to get ready, participate, tell your friends. Clay would love to have you. Coach and RJ, I want to give you guys an opportunity before we close out to, say whatever you want to the community. I know they really enjoyed the 100 games.
Well, we just want to thank everyone. This is our first time doing this, and I want to say thanks for all the people that shot and participated. We were blown away by the number of people that contacted us, that we saw, that got involved with it, and we had a lot of fun with it. It was able for us to kind of get back. First time we got back together since he's come back from Boston, and so we were truly appreciated. But more importantly, we're just glad of all the people that got involved and got a lot of shots up. That's
cool. RJ?
I want to thank ShotTracker too. I think that was really creative, and they helped me out putting this together, and that was really awesome on their end. And thank you, Davion. And I just want to thank the ShotTracker community too. You guys didn't have to do that, and to go out of your way to work on your game while tracking on the 100 games was awesome, and I appreciate it all.
That's great. That's great. Well, thanks, guys. I'm sure we'll be in touch, and we look forward to continuing to working with you guys. And you guys have an awesome night.
All right.
Well, this is Coach RJ and D and ShotTracker. We out.
All right, guys.